So ghost chaps, the pub ghost. I used to live in a pub. I used to work in a pub, and they at one point it was supposedly the most haunted pub in Hampshire. I think it was in Hampshire. One night they got the clairvoyant, spooky witches in to assess the amount of ghosts in the pub, and they said, "Oh, there's at least 13 separate spirits in here."
They weren't talking about the Bells and the Jamesons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so they trotted around all night with their lucky heather and scents or whatever, and come up with 13 different ghosts in the pub. And
That's unlucky.
Well, yeah, it's a wonder, isn't it? It's a wonder how they come up with that number. But yeah, they did this for a night, and then I was like, right, great, try and get out. I've got to go to bed now. 13 other bloody ghosts to sleep with.
Well, do you believe in ghosts, Steve?
No, it was old bollocks, mate. On one occasion, this family member, he was trying to go to sleep, and he said he was visited by a ginger-haired ghost who was making quite a lot of noise at the end of his bed. And because he was tired, he said, "Oi, ghosty, piss off." And apparently that was the last he ever saw of the ghost.
Yeah, I've always thought ghosts were translucent. How do you know he was ginger?
Wow, so many questions, Griever, but that was not the first one I asked.
How did you know it was ginger? I think we've kind of established that none of us are afraid of ghosts. I mean, apart from Joe, he's not sleeping tonight. He's definitely going to stay awake. What if the Olympics was like national service? What if, between a certain age group, you got called up to an event? How fucking funny would that be? You just got the letter through the door. In 4 years' time, you are doing the pole vault, Joseph. Could you imagine that though? Joe, you have now been picked for pole vault.
Not happening. Not like I'm getting nowhere near.
If I can have to.
National service, mate. You've got to do it.
That's right.
You get shot.
You could tell me, say, Joe, right, you see that stick there? I want you to vault over it with a pole. You could tell me to do it. Whether or not I could actually do it is another question.
I see, now that's all right, Griever, because you'll be up against Bruce from Australia, who's also likes a lager and a few barbecues.
And the two of us will get nowhere off the ground.
Not just the two
he
of
might
you,
spend his
everyone.
4 years training, where Griever will spend 3.5 years being like, "I'll be all right." And then
I do it tomorrow.
training.
I've got 4 years.
No,
Sign me up, mate. I'll put in for the lottery. Whatever the fuck they tell me to do, I'll give it a bash.
All right.
All right.
Fucking the high dive.
Yeah, all right.
I would
Give it a
pay
go.
great money to see you do a bloody high dive.
Exactly, wouldn't you?
It's the best. I just think it's what the Olympics need. We all get a letter. Langy, your number's been called, mate. You've got 2 years and you're doing a dressage. You've got to learn to not only ride a horse, but you've got to control it as well.
I've never been within bloody 5 foot of an horse before.
Brilliant.
I would actually like to
love it. Here's Langy riding Tiddles.
I
Looking
do.
wonderful in their dress.
Oh, he's fallen off again.
Yeah. There goes his neck. On to the next of it.
What are you picking, boys?
Bobsled, straight away.
Bobsled.
Yeah, man in the middle. Man in the middle.
Get in there. What a show that
You're in
is.
the middle. You're driving all brakes. You're
I'll be the middleman.
He was going straight. I love that bobsled. Go on.
Curling. Definitely do a bit of curling.
Oh, big time.
That'd just be like the relaxing sport.
Someone sent me a meme today of like the curling team, and it said like the US curling team just looked like a bunch of dads who wanted to get away from the missus, but took it too far.
Yeah.
Ended up in the Olympics. The thing is with bobsled, like the two guys in the middle, do they actually do anything apart from push?
I mean, if you were in the middle, you'd probably be crapping yourself, Griever.
I wouldn't even fit in the fucking thing.
It'd be in it as you push. You know what, there, Joe?
I'd be like that arsehole who ends up slipping and ends up sliding all the way down on his belly.
That's all you can hope for in the.
You know,
Fencing, I'd be quite happy if I had fencing.
He's so posh, isn't he?
He's very posh. Yeah.
Oh,
I've had some experience in betting.
Yeah, I've had some stage combat training, don't you know? It's all about delivering a line with a thrust and a parry. Oh, right, I found it. This is my one. This is it. Of rhythmic gymnastics.
Yes. With the ribbon.
Yeah. That is me all over.
I would pay to see that. Joe would just do the teddy bear roll. He would just be all over it.
Also, I've got quite a limp wrist, so I feel like that would get some nice swirls on the fucking.
I would pay to see that.
I mean,
I'd be baying for blood. Go on, Joe. Get him.
Just imagining Joe in the leotard now.
Yeah, could you imagine?
yeah.